Hey everyone, it's Amanda from theenvygirls.com and happy September. I can't believe today is September 1st. The summer went by way too quickly, but I hope you enjoy the remaining of the summer wherever you are. So this month, the Envy Girls are going to be participating in Vegan Mofo, or Vegan Month of Food. So if you don't know what Vegan Mofo is, it's a bunch of bloggers from all around who have sites and YouTube and content creators who just blog for the whole month or write for the whole month about vegan related things, so like food and products and all that jazz. So we're partaking in it, and I think Ashley may jump on board with one or two of them, but I'm going to be primarily writing most of the time and doing some more vlogs during the month. So I thought it would kind of be cool to discuss my vegan journey, I guess. It's something I really haven't discussed on the Envy Girls before, and I think it's kind of cool just to kind of talk about like why I went vegan and kind of like what prompted me, because everyone has different journeys and paths towards veganism. So it started when I was 19. I watched the documentary Food Inc. And if you haven't seen it, it's like a must-see. It's about like agricultural business and obviously animal cruelty and everything that happens in factory farming. So after that, I like instantly went vegetarian. And that lasted about a week because I didn't have like the proper education or knowledge, and I don't have anyone else in my family who's veg or even veg friendly. Like everyone in my family consumes meat and dairy and all that stuff. So I kind of didn't really have anyone to turn to. And the medical industry still very much supports eating a diet based in like meat and dairy. So I felt a little apprehensive, like going to a nutritionist, because a lot of them still support that, and especially where I was in a place where I didn't know too much about it. So I went back to eating meat and dairy, and then 2 years later, I did some more research and I talked to some more people, and I went pescatarian. So that's someone who doesn't eat chicken or beef or whatever, but they still eat fish. So that lasted about a month, and I was like, this is kind of pointless. So I cut fish out of my diet, so I was officially a vegetarian. And I was that vegetarian who was like, I could never go vegan. I could never give up cheese. Like, pizza was like my favorite thing. I had it at least like once a week. Um, and that was short lived too. And then 2 months later, I went vegan, and it was a tougher transition than going vegetarian. I'm not gonna lie, because vegetarian, I did not miss meat at all. I wasn't a huge like red meat eater, but I did eat a good amount of chicken when I was younger and stuff. Um, but it wasn't hard cutting meat out of my diet at all. But the dairy, the cheese was a little bit more difficult. And not gonna lie, there was a couple times where after I identified it as a vegan, I did consume pizza. But now, over 2.5 years later, I don't miss it at all, and my diet is so much cleaner than it was before. When I first went vegan, I did a lot of like the soy-based stuff that everyone does, like tons of tofu and tempeh and fake meats. I only did that for a little bit because they kind of like the texture weirded me out. And then like soy milk and all that stuff, but like then I kind of like realized that a lot of the stuff is processed and it's not that great for you. And so for about over a year now, I've been trying to follow a primarily a like whole foods, obviously plant-based diet. And it's so much better. I feel a lot healthier and cleaner, and I have a lot more energy. And yeah, it's just, it honestly, I can say going vegan was the best thing I have ever done in my life. It just it changed me inside and out. My emotions are a lot more stable. I'm a lot more happier. I'm aware of like what's going in my body. And I've discussed a little bit before about how I have like a condition called PCOS, and so going vegan has really helped with that. And yeah, going vegan, I lost like over 25 pounds. didn't really need to lose like a ton of weight just because like I'm tall in stature, and I used to like work out a lot, so like I would work on muscle building and stuff, but like over the years I don't need to as much, like I'm not as like athletic, so I cut down on like I just leaned out my body. So, and I just feel a lot healthier, and I don't feel like I have to like work out super hard at the gym all the time. And I'm kind of more about having like a sustainable workout routine and just being active on a daily basis. So, yeah, I also guess that my veganism is very much tied towards my commitment towards social justice and ending oppression for all. I take a very clear stance against anti racism, anti homophobia, anti sexism, and all the isms out there. So obviously, I want to be anti-speciesist. So that kind of plays in line with like my whole philosophy in life. I kind of just, I really do. I want to live as peaceful of a life as possible. And I don't think you can live a peaceful life when um, animals are having to be suffered for your benefit. So yeah, so that's kind of like my vegan journey and what led me to go vegan. And I've also impacted some of my family members and friends by going vegan, and it's just really cool. Like I try and take a very like, if they want to learn about it, they can talk to me about it, but I'm not kind of like someone who's going to push all that stuff on them. And I make awesome vegan desserts. So people are really intrigued, especially if they don't know too much about veganism. And then they try the food and they're like, oh, it's actually good. And you don't eat salads all the time. So I don't know. I just think that like sharing my story and, just talking about it and kind of like having fun with it. Like it doesn't have to be serious all the time, and it can be fun and playful. So that's my vegan journey story for you. So I would love to hear something about you or your vegan journey, or what got you started, or maybe you haven't started yet. Maybe this video is a jumping stone for you to get started, and let me know what you think in the comments section below. And you will be seeing me throughout the month of September for Vegan Mofo. So stay tuned and have a great day.